For this we will need 4 eggs, oil, lighters, salt, a stove, a skillet, a cooking pot, a recipient, a fork, a wooden spoon, water, and 3 dishes. The first way we're going to do the egg is called the fried egg. The first step is turning on the stove with the lighters. So we turn it on. And the second step is to put the skillet on. Then add oil. The second step was to put to the skillet oil, which I already did, and the third step was to break the eggshell and put it in the skillet, which I did. Now it comes the fifth and the last step, that is take the salt and add the salt in the amount that you want or the one you preferred. Now the egg is ready to eat. This was the fried egg, the first way, the fried egg. The first thing you got to do is to turn on the stove with the lighters, which I already did. And the second step is to put the pot on. Okay, so the third step was to add the water, which I already did. And the fourth step was to add the egg in the pot with the water. Now, what you gotta do is wait 15 minutes. Now that the 15 minutes passed, you turn off the stove, which I already did, and you take the egg, you take it. Now that I took the egg, what I gotta do is to break the shell, and there will be the hard egg. Okay, so what we did was the step number 5, that was taking off the shell. And also the step number 5 is when you took off the shell of the egg, you put the egg in the dish and you add the amount of salt you want the egg to have. And that's the hard egg. It's done, and now you gotta do is to eat it. Okay, so now we're going to do the third way of the egg, and it's called the scrambled egg. So the first step is to turn off the stove and put the skillet on. The second step was to add the oil, which I already did, and while it heats, you take the recipient and with the 2 eggs you break them into the recipient. So what we just did is the third step. The fourth step is taking the fork and mix the both eggs. Okay, so when the egg is well mixed, what you gotta do is to add it, to put it in the skillet that is heat. Don't forget to add the salt. What we just did was the step number 5, that was mix the eggs and put it in the skillet with the salt. Step number 6 is to mix this like a little bit to mix the salt, because if you don't mix the salt, it will be like salt in one part and the other part will have no salt, so it will taste kind of weird. So it's better to mix it a little bit. Now the eggs look like they are ready. They look really yellow and they look like dried, like a little bit fried, but more like dried. And then you turn off the oven. That's the step number 7, and you serve into a dish. Now our eggs are ready. We finished the scrambled eggs, and that was the third way of how to